It was supposed to be an ordinary evening. The kind of night where nothing happens. But something did. I had just finished getting ready for bed when my husband, James, walked into the room. He was smiling. But it wasn't his usual smile. There was something in his eyes. Something I couldn't place. "Everything okay?" I asked. He didn't answer. Not at first. He just stood there, frozen in the doorway, watching me. And then, he whispered, "I need to ask you something." His voice was low, tight, almost nervous. I laughed lightly, trying to ease the tension. "What is it this time?" But James didn't laugh back. He didn't move. He didn't blink. Something was wrong. I could feel it. He stepped closer, slowly, as though each step cost him something. My heart started to pound. I could hear my own breathing, shallow and quick. When he finally sat down beside me, he reached for my hand. His palm was warm, but clammy. He was scared. "Promise me something," he said softly. "Promise you'll trust me, no matter what." That's when I knew this wasn't one of his playful surprises. This was different. Darker. I nodded. And then he leaned in and whispered 4 words that sent a chill down my spine. "Don't open the door." I froze. "What? Why?" James didn't answer. He just stared at me with those wide, haunted eyes. I tried to laugh it off, but my voice cracked. "What's going on, James?" He swallowed hard. And then the knock came. Thud. 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 We both turned to look at the bedroom door. Someone was outside. I whispered, "It's probably nothing." James shook his head. His grip on my hand tightened painfully. "Whatever you do," he murmured, "don't make a sound." The knocking stopped. Silence. And then a voice. Faint. Almost melodic. "James, open up. I know you're in there." I looked at him, confused. He wouldn't meet my eyes. "Who is that?" I whispered. He didn't answer. He just pulled me closer, his breath ragged, his chest trembling. And then, the doorknob turned. The sound was deafening in the quiet room. Slowly, deliberately, whoever was on the other side began twisting it. Testing it. Pushing. But James had locked it earlier. Finally, the turning stopped. "James," the voice called softly. "You promised." I felt ice crawl down my spine. Promised. I turned to James, desperate for answers, but his face was pale. Haunted. "They're not supposed to know," he whispered to himself. "Not yet." I grabbed his arm. "James, what's happening?" He looked at me, his jaw tight, his eyes glassy with fear. "There are things about me," he said slowly, carefully, "that I've never told you." Before I could respond, there was another knock. Louder. Harder. And this time, a whisper slipped through the crack under the door. "Let me in. Or she'll find out." At that moment, my blood turned cold. I didn't know who was out there. I didn't know what James had done. But I knew one thing for certain. Whatever was waiting on the other side of that door wasn't supposed to find us. The knocking grew frantic. The voice grew louder. And then, silence. James stood, pulling me to my feet. "We have to leave," he whispered. "Leave?" I hissed back. "It's the middle of the night." He didn't reply. He just grabbed a bag from under the bed, already packed. My heart stopped. "You were planning this." He didn't deny it. That's when I realized. Whatever James was hiding, it had finally caught up to us. We slipped out the window, our bare feet hitting the cold grass below. The night was silent. Too silent. As we ran toward the car, I glanced back at the house. And that's when I saw it. A figure. Standing in the upstairs window. Watching us leave. We drove in silence. Miles passed. Hours. Finally, when I couldn't take it anymore, I whispered, "James, please, tell me the truth." He stared straight ahead, knuckles white on the steering wheel. Then he said something I'll never forget. "That wasn't a stranger. That was my brother." "Your brother?" I asked. "You never told me you had a brother." He nodded slowly. "There's a reason for that." He took a shaky breath. "He died 10 years ago. I didn't sleep that night. I couldn't. Because deep down, I knew we hadn't escaped. We had just begun." Kindly leave a comment, like, and subscribe for more exclusive contents.